The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee will hold a hearing on the sugar importation fiasco next week. Mayan Los Baños with the story.
The Blue Ribbon Committee, under its new chairman, Senator Francis Tolentino, is set to launch a probe into the botched importation of sugar by the Sugar Regulatory Administration next Tuesday. Ahead of the hearing, Tolentino says he will not allow the proceedings to turn into a political circus. He also vows to respect witnesses and resource persons. But the committee chairman notes that if a person is proven to have committed irregularities like corruption, they will not think twice in filing charges before the ombudsman.
We will not be here to witch hunt, to have a fishing expedition. We will be here in the succeeding hearings to gather and uncover the truth. Kahit sino po ang masaktan, we will do what is right.
Members of the committee have pledged their support for Tolentino.
Lahat ng sinabi mo po kanina, I fully agree 101%. You can manage and you can handle this committee effectively, Mr. President. That's all. Thank you. Again, I'm here to support you all the way.
Sinusundan ko po yung inyong sinambit patungkol doon sa itong committee na ito ay hindi kailanman papaboran kahit na sino at hindi magiging instrumento para gamitin sa pansariling politikal na interes.
Over at the lower house, Minority Leader Marcelino Libanan has already filed a resolution to formally investigate the sugar importation mess.
Gusto nating malaman lang at makagawa ng tamang rekomendasyon para hindi na mangyari yung mga ganito. Hindi dahil nakasulat kung anong dinaanan mo, tama ka. May tinatawag yan na grave abuse of discretion.
Meanwhile, President Bongbong Marcos says he would also let the legislature investigate the sugar importation issue. But he notes that there is a need to immediately address problems hounding the sugar industry, especially food and beverage manufacturers. With this, the President vows to reorganize the Sugar Regulatory Administration within the week. Reporting for News 5, Mayan Los Baños, we are One News.
The Trade Department says it does not have any jurisdiction over inspections of sugar warehouses. The United Sugar Producers Federation called on the agency to help conduct an inventory of sugar in the country to determine whether there really is a shortage in supply. Trade Assistant Secretary Ann Cabuchan said the Agriculture Department has the power to look into these warehouses.
Sugar po kasi that is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Agriculture. So sila po yung may authority na mag-regulate po sa anything concerning sugar. Presyo man yan o kaya yung gustong titingnan yung mga warehouses po, kailangan manggagaling po yun sa Department of Agriculture, in particular yung Sugar Regulatory Administration.
Yeah.
People in Afghanistan share how their lives have changed 1 year after the Taliban returned to power. The details in this video by Bloomberg.
During the first days of August last year, the discussion slowly changed from how to celebrate our graduation to where can we seek refuge and protection. I still remember the morning I received a call not to leave home for university. They said specifically goodbye to female students, and that shattered my heart and spirit and soul. And that day, Taliban took over the city, and the night we couldn't sleep because there was rumbles of military planes over our head, and there were gunshots all over the city. I didn't want to leave because I thought it's not the Afghanistan of 20 years ago, and there are not only just me but thousands of young people like me, and it cannot go back to the same thing that we came from.
Well, Afghanistan has never been an ideal position, but it was a place that people could fight for some of their rights. We had very progressive law. We had a very progressive outlook for media in Afghanistan, and all of these have collapsed in the past 12 months.
If the entire nation of Afghanistan is going to kind of build back and recover and rebound, there will have to be negotiated conditions, settlements, everything the Taliban had agreed to, they've got to deliver on. But at the end of the day, I would say it's the dignity and empowerment of people, and particularly to me, the measure of a country's health and state of being is how it treats its women and girls. And if that is showing a regression, which currently it is, then we're not on track.
Women do not have access to the right to education. Women do not have access to employment anymore. Women are systematically being eliminated from a social perspective, and they're pushed back to the houses. Most of the women that I talked to have told me that they're living in an atmosphere of fear and disappointment, and they do not think that they can have a better future under the Taliban rule.
I think the entire international system, all, including regional players, have to stand behind the initial commitments on two fronts. One is that all girls be able to go to school and to continue and complete their secondary education, even move to where they used to be, which is a vibrant tertiary education system. And the second is women going back to work. I think that has to be, again, a unconditional setup that women have always run and been such a key part of the informal economy and part of the formal economy, and not being able to fully get back to work and participate in the labor force, that is not acceptable.
My whole family, my classmates, my friends, everybody I've ever known in my life that were closest to my heart, my beloved ones, they're all back home. And whenever I ask how the situation is, they reply that we are managing, and the most important thing is that they are trying to survive through the day, and they are not thinking too far ahead into an uncertain future. The thing is that back then, nothing was perfect in Afghanistan, but there was progress, there was, most importantly, there was hope. But now, with that hope being taken away from the country, from the nation, it's suffocating to see what's happening to my country now.
One News Now will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The San Miguel Beermen are back in the PBA Finals after closing out the Meralco Bolts in Game 7 of the Philippine Cup, 100-89. Junmar Fajardo was a force down low, finishing with 29 points and 14 rebounds, while CJ Perez chipped in 18. The win sets the Beermen up against defending champs, the TNT Tropang Giga. Game 1 of the star-studded finals will be on Sunday at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The Bureau of Customs raided a warehouse in Pampanga and seized sacks of sugar believed to be smuggled from Thailand. The Office of the Press Secretary said this raid was ordered by Executive Secretary Vic Rodriguez under the directive of President Bongbong Marcos. And the Budget Department will submit to Congress on Monday the proposed 5.3 trillion peso 2023 budget. Budget Secretary Amina Pangandaman said the proposed spending plan will focus on food security, human capital, and infrastructure development. Interim Bangsamoro officials are targeting to finalize the autonomous region's election code this year. Presidential Peace Advisor Carlito Galvez Jr. said the Bangsamoro Transition Authority assured him that this code will be ready ahead of the 2025 elections. And for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.